This time. I've never done the intro. Can I do it?
Yeah. Yeah, you can do it.
Let's do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Good morning and welcome to Down to Dunk episode 1431. You can find us on The Athletic and everywhere else you subscribe to your podcasts. Go to theathletic.com/down to dunk and get The Athletic for $1 a month for 6 months. I am Luke, joined this morning by Slam Through.
I gotta say, I'm just fired to be here today. It's pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. Slam through.
Taylor. Hey, it's me, Slam Through, and Jay.
It's Jay. You did it, man.
Wow.
I'd never done the intro ever.
Wow.
People are going to be wondering.
There you go.
They won't even question that.
And I thought for a second, I looked over and thought Luke was here.
Yep.
So
It's the All-Star break.
it's the All-Star break.
It's the All-Star break.
Let's go through all of the
It's the
events
All-Star
real quick.
It's the All-Star break.
It's the All-Star break. I want to sit
Break
here
your
and name
kneecap,
every
break your
person
legs.
in the celebrity game and tell me if you even know who they are.
Okay.
Okay.
I know some of them.
Okay, here we go. For Team Shannon Sharp, who his assistant coach is 50 Cent.
I know both of
Wow.
those guys.
Yep.
I know both those guys. Here are, I'm not going to be able to pronounce some of these. To be
Yeah,
honest.
there's a lot of like F1 racers.
Just try.
Anul AA,
Nope.
No.
Kai Sinat,
No.
Connor Daly,
No.
Walker Hayes.
Yes.
Who's Walker Hayes?
I think he's a country music star.
Okay.
Maybe. Maybe.
Quincy,
sounds like country music.
Quincy Isaiah,
Nope.
No.
Jewel Lloyd,
No.
Micah Parsons.
Yes.
Yes.
Who's
Play-
Micah Parsons?
Plays football for the Cowboys.
Okay.
Yeah. Very good
Yeah,
football
very
player.
good.
Lily Sam.
Lily what?
Sam
No.
That's Lily Singh, yes.
Who's she?
Singh. Huh?
Who's she?
There's an H.
Yeah.
Well, like Singh.
I
like
don't know who
BJ Singh, who used to play golf. Singh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his daughter.
Yeah. Is it really?
Yep. No, I don't know.
Sir.
Niece?
Sir.
Nope, don't know, sir.
That's just a person?
S. Lowercase I, capital R.
Oh, I like that. So it's probably maybe pronounced SIR.
That's a musician.
I believe it's Sir.
Yeah, that's a musician.
okay.
Dylan Wang.
No.
Okay, on to the next team. Stephen A. Smith is the coach, so I might tune in now.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
him.
I'm in.
Lil Wayne and Asia Wilson. Like, I know who all those are.
Yeah.
Meta World Peace, of course.
Oh, wow.
That's cool. Jack Ryan.
I do know this. Hold on. So number one is it's the same name as the guy that's in like all of the Tom Clancy movies.
I was
or
gonna
whatever.
say,
Oh,
isn't he like
okay.
a
I was like,
character?
why
No, but that's
know
not
that
who it
name.
is.
Is
Obviously.
this John
Obviously,
Krasinski?
that's
Is
not
this
who it
John
is.
Krasinski like as
Yeah,
the
this
character?
is not a fictional character.
They should do
I
that.
do know who that is,
would be.
though.
Wouldn't that be great if it was like people
Yeah, put
as their
Reacher.
characters?
Get Reacher on the
character
floor.
and
You
what
watch
they
Reacher?
would do.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, Reacher's
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's not very good, actually. Like
the
if you-
second season is not that.
it's awesome. I love watching it, but I'm like the writing makes me uncomfortable. Like
Right.
sometimes the dialogue, I'm like, oh, but it's still. I watch every episode.
Season. I've kind of stopped season 2. Should I keep going?
Yeah, man, why not?
Is it all right?
Yeah.
Whatever. All right. CJ Stroud. Yes.
Yes.
I do know him.
Oh,
Rookie of
my
the year,
gosh.
quarterback for the Houston Texans.
Another very
There's a
good
really
football
cool.
player.
There's a really cool video on the Athletic Football Show's YouTube page where they're interviewing him, and they're like going over his tape, and he's like so excited about it and like so.
Man,
animated.
he seems
very-
great.
it's
If I was
very
in
cool.
Houston, I'd feel kind of like the Thunder last year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gianmarco Tamberi.
Don't know.
Tamberi.
No.
Tambourine.
Tambourine.
Oh, Gianmarco Tambourine.
Yeah. No. Adam Blackstone.
Oh, hold on. No,
You're thinking of the grill.
I'm thinking of what's the guy? Oh, the Blackstone. Yes, the griddle.
You're thinking of the grill. Yeah.
Natasha Cloud.
No.
Jennifer Hudson.
Yes.
Wow. Tristan Jass.
Nope.
Yes. That's the curly head blonde guy
He's the
who's really good at the YouTube basketball guy.
YouTuber,
Does all
yeah.
the trick shots.
He's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know who he was. And then he was at, there was like a small celebrity game at the in-season tournament, and I was sitting with somebody who knew who I was. I was like, I don't know who that is. Now I know who he is.
He had a
because of that.
signing at the All-Star game last year at that mall I was
Yeah.
working in,
Yeah.
and the line was like insane.
Yeah, people really like him. I don't know. AJ McLean.
Yeah, from
That's a-
Backstreet Boys.
Oh yeah,
Is that who that is?
Yeah,
Kwame Onwachi.
Nope.
Cool.
Isn't there a K-pop guy on this team now?
Tune in to the celebrity game.
So here's the deal. That actually probably speaks more against us than it
yeah.
does.
100%.
I think we're not cultured.
100%.
Yeah, or relevant anymore.
Right.
We need to get some young blood on here.
That's supposed to be me.
You
I'm
used to
sorry.
be it.
supposed
I
to be
know.
you.
I know.
You at least knew who
Um,
the YouTuber was. I'll get my
okay.
son. My son will be here next week. Can't imagine.
Yeah,
how that
watch.
would
Get
go.
a 10-year-old in here, and they're like, "Yeah, that's like the biggest
Oh,
person
You
ever."
don't know who on
Oh my,
you're such an
Onwachi is?
idiot. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
how I know.
Okay. Let's pick the winners of each
Of that game,
Saturday night.
I'll
of
go
that
with
game.
Stephen A. Smith's
Stephen A.
team.
I will watch. They did do the best job they've ever done with the coaches, though.
Yeah, the
That
coaches.
is like all the star power is on the coaches.
Yeah, for real. For real.
That might be for us, though.
Yeah, I don't know. We are not that uncultured. I mean,
don't
we
know.
are,
Yeah.
but we're not that uncultured. Like
I
we
mean,
know
they
who
used
like
to get like Bieber in this game.
Yeah, I know. Like everybody, yes. Okay. All right. I am lame. All right. I'm super
we need
lame.
to stop.
All right. Okay.
We're
I'm
exposing
very
ourselves.
uncultured. I'm lame. All okay. Sorry I even said anything. Okay, skills challenge. We have team pacers,
The number ones, man.
team top picks, team all-stars.
Team top picks.
Team top pick is Paolo, Ant Edwards, and Victor Wembanyama, which is very fun. Team Pacers, which just seems, I mean, it's obviously just because it's an indie. Halliburton, Mathurin, and Miles Turner. That would be a shocking win. Scotty Barnes, Tyrese Maxey, Trey Young, though, could do it. That's an
Yeah.
interesting one.
They shouldn't put Scotty Barnes in there. I'm a big Scotty Barnes hater now.
I'm going Team All-Star.
Hold on. What? So the all stars are Scotty, Tyrese, and Trey.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
I'm going to go with that one.
All right.
I'm going top picks.
Yeah, top picks is fun.
Yeah. That actually should be a fun one.
Yeah. Yeah, that should be probably the best one. The Starry 3-point contest, which Starry's doing this again this year, but they put a case of Starry in every media member's room,
I forgot about that last year.
and so many cases of Starry remained in media members' room after they left.
Yeah. You had a 12-pack in your room. I drank one. You drank. Did you even drink?
I don't think I drank one. I'd had, but the thing about it is, you walk out of the hotel, and there are people from Starry handing you Starry outside of the hotel.
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, it's just all over the place.
I think their goal was for you to take that and put that in your carry-on.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm taking
Like,
it.
what did you? How could I would be more concerned with the people that were able to drink a case of Starry in like 3 days.
I know
Some people do it.
Was it Starry Zero? Do they have Starry?
they do have Starry Zero. It was not Starry Zero.
Mm.
I wouldn't.
Isn't Starry
couldn't do
just
it.
Sierra Mist?
It is.
It is. It is. Well, it's
branded Sierra Mist.
We see what you're
rebranded,
doing,
but it
Betsy.
tastes a little different. I don't know.
Does
I'm
it?
not ever
I
gonna
can't-
try. I've
you know
had
what?
it. I've had it once. I'm
You know
just
what?
kidding. I knew there was a Starry
I don't
Zero.
really know.
I don't know
I
either.
don't really know.
I've had it. I've had it.
Okay.
It's fine.
Guys,
Okay.
I've had it.
3-point contest.
Keep going.
Jeez. All right. God.
Malik Beasley.
Why? Why is he in this?
Yeah. Dead
He's
to
made
me.
he's made a ton of threes.
Yeah, but-
this year.
As many as Isaiah Joe
Let's find
at the
out.
same efficiency?
Let's find out.
No way. There's no way.
It's just the disrespect, man. The disrespect for the Thunder.
No one even talks about-
Malik. Let's see how many he has made. He's made 156 threes. That's a lot.
Not even close to Isaiah.
350. It's got to be way more. Actually, 351
Attempts?
is a lot. Yeah, 351 attempts. 156.
The Bucks are trash, dude. Why do they have two people here? They
What's
got
that,
two
like
people
8 a
starting
game?
They lost oh my
last
gosh.
night to the Grizz.
Yeah, that was bad.
To Zaire Smith and Gigi.
GG Jackson. But it's got to be like way more. Yeah, Isaiah just made 99 to 232. I was like, there's no way he's taking that many. Beasley's taking a ton. made a ton. Jalen
Who
Brunson.
wants to watch Malik Beasley in the
That's what I'm
3-point
saying.
contest?
Not
It's
me.
just that I don't care if he makes a lot, but I'm like,
Also, is Jalen Brunson an efficient 3-point shooter?
yeah.
yeah,
Like 50s?
no.
He's like 41% on like 6 attempts per game.
Yeah, I
And
like
it's-
it. I'm
it's
glad he's
pretty
in
good.
there.
Love Jalen Brunson. Tyrese Halliburton.
Sure, I got it. Pander to the Indianapolis
Nah, he's
people.
good.
Yeah,
I know, he's
Lillard.
really good. Got it.
Markkinen.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yep.
Carl Anthony Towns.
Sure.
Trey Young. Who you guys got?
Who is
Lillard won it last year.
is Lillard actually the worst 3-point shooter this year out of all of them?
As far as percentage
I
goes.
think he might be.
What is he shooting?
I think it's 73%.
73%. It's horrible. He is shooting 34%
Yeah.
this season. That's probably true. He is the defending champ, though.
Yeah,
I
So
think
you get a
it's
chance
going to
defend your
be
title.
Tyrese Halliburton.
I'll bet you it's going to be Malik Beasley.
I will be just raging. I'm not going to watch it, but
What about this Steph versus Sabrina 3-point challenge? They actually have
that's
it.
cool.
They have it in here on NBA.com. Stephen versus Sabrina. Does anybody call him Stephen anymore?
Literally no one.
Like, why would they put that
sometimes when I say Steph, I feel like I should say Stefan.
there? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Because I'm weird. I'm an odd person.
Yeah. All
I've
right.
got
Well,
some problems.
they did this for you.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. So they're going to
I
go
think
head
that's
to head.
fun. I think that's.
I
cool.
wish you want to really get me
So-
into it. Bring in Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, for real. That
And then
honestly,
Caitlin
Clark.
yeah, honestly, that would everybody would tune in for that.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, no offense to Sabrina.
I mean, offense. Okay, so the rules of this matchup: 4 ball racks with 4 game balls and 1 money ball. The 5th rack with a special all money ball rack. 2 starry range shots. The game ball's worth 1, money ball's worth 2. The starry range shot's worth 3. Steph will shoot from NBA line, and Sabrina will shoot from the WNBA line.
I think she wins.
I bet she does too. Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be different.
Yeah, I like that.
And then the slam dunk contest,
Who cares?
Jalen Brown, which is I'm like,
Who
At
cares?
least we got a
shout
star in
out
there.
to Jalen Brown
Yeah,
for
yeah.
actually having the guts to do it.
It's
I
going to
agree.
backfire because he's not going to be very good.
He is going to be good.
He should dunk everything with his left hand. Somebody said that the other day.
Gosh, that's good.
Or what if
Or
he's
dribble
like
up to it
dribbling
with the
up
left
and
hand?
loses the ball?
Dribble up and lose it.
Oh no.
Oh no. Jamie Jacquez, as Pau Gasol
Dude,
would say.
I didn't hear that.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
So you didn't listen to the Wednesday pod, obviously. So wasn't it the Wednesday pod or was
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew and Alex mentioned it.
How does that happen?
Made me giggle. I hadn't heard that.
Let me see if I can find it.
How does that happen?
Yeah, a Spanish. He must have just surely like got way too in his head and been like, yeah, Jamie Jacquez.
How does that happen?
It is so
You are
funny.
genuinely perplexed.
I'm gonna have
I am so confused who's the most popular Spanish speaking player ever? Who's the biggest Spanish speaking player ever? It's Pau.
Yeah. Or Alex Abrinas.
Mm-hmm. Or Alex Abrinas.
Abrinas.
Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna have to scrub through this real quick. But so we can talk about dunk contests as I find this real quick.
Okay.
Actually I'm gonna try to cut it and put it as a live drop because it's so funny. Jalen Brown, Jamie Jacquez Jr., Mac McClung, and Jacob Toppin. Golly.
Jacob Toppin.
I am so mad about this. I think it's so dumb. I really, really hope it's Brown or Jamie that wins it.
It'll be
Because if
Mac.
it's not,
It'll be McClung.
McClung is so freaking good. But like, this is the last time. This is the last time.
Yeah.
You cannot. it is an embarrassment to the NBA to have a G Leaguer win this thing.
Yeah.
I know that the Sixers signed him last year basically just so that he could wear a Sixers jersey while he's dunking, but give me a break. Like, you got to stop this. Like, you have to stop letting it be G League dominant. It's just not good.
And I hope that's like Jaylen Brown's thing is like, you know what? The slam dunk contest has this tradition, this history of superstars winning.
Yeah.
Some of the best players in the league have won this thing.
Yeah.
And a G Leaguer is going to win.
Yeah. I hope Jaylen Brown, honestly, I hope it's that Jaylen Brown wins because like there's always a rookie that wants to participate. Jaime's a weird one. Just because he's just not that athletic.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I really hope Jaylen Brown wins, just so it's like, and he gets like everybody. I hope everybody loves it. I hope everybody loves him. I hope he gets lots of money endorsements, and that it reignites the dunk contest. I'm putting way too much hope into this. That's not going to happen at all. It's probably going to be
Jaylen Brown.
That's probably going to be Mac McClung that wins, and then everybody's going to be like, oh man. I don't know. I'm over the dunk contest. He's really, really good. Like he does some really cool stuff. But we're like one step away from it just being like professional dunkers coming in.
YouTube dunkers coming in.
And I would honestly be okay with that compared to this. Like I either want just NBA players or professional dunkers.
They really need it needs to be because I mean like Paul George. Like we always think about like going back in the day, but Paul George is in the dunk contest. Like they're like in like recent history, there have been players.
Are they just not asking people?
Oh, they're definitely asking people.
Like I'm saying, but like, okay, maybe you're not going to get the first ring of like all-star caliber guys.
Yeah.
But you don't think like if they would have asked J-Dub to do it, Dub would do it?
I think that they honestly would love it if J-Dub would do it. I think everybody's saying no.
Dub, let us know.
It all starts with LeBron. It all starts with LeBron saying he would do it and then not doing it. So I
understand it. It's
well,
not.
That's
really,
why Jordan's better.
It's not really it's kind of a lose-lose opportunity, you know, unless you win.
Unless you win and then it goes down in the history books.
And then it's a win-lose.
Yeah. But there's like, why isn't Anthony Edwards doing the dunk contest?
Oh yeah, he definitely should.
You know,
look at what happened when Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon did it. I feel like that boosted their reputation in
100%.
everyone else's mind.
100%.
Like, oh, these guys are like, okay, I really like them now.
Except for Aaron Gordon got robbed.
But that was one of the best dunk contests. That might be. I think that's the best dunk contest I've ever seen live since I've watched the.
Yeah, it was amazing, and they're not like these top tier stars.
I'll never ever forget watching Vince Carter.
Yeah,
be the best dunker the game has ever seen.
Yeah, he was unbelievable.
That was unreal.
Yeah, he was so good.
Spud Webb.
Yeah. You guys gonna?
He did that dunk where he crossed his feet.
That's cool.
Yeah, he was like 4'7".
Yeah, he was 3'10". I think.
Are you guys gonna?
No.
Are you guys gonna watch the Rising Stars?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Oh yeah. Is that tonight?
Yeah,
bro.
Tonight.
Yep.
We got one team with Dub and Chet.
Mm-hmm. And Jamie Jacquez. Let me see if I can.
He even corrected himself. Okay, so Powell hasn't actually watched a game.
No.
Just like his
His composure,
his
competitiveness. Jamie Jacquez. He goes Jamie Jacquez or Jacquez.
He corrected himself and still felt like he didn't speak Spanish as his first language.
Did he think this is like, oh, he's probably some American?
Oh, absolutely.
Kid
Absolutely. That's what he
like
thought.
this.
Yes.
They like
Absolutely.
Americanized
There's
his
no
name.
other way. If he would have known that Jaime Jaquez was Hispanic, he would have immediately gone to.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Surely.
That is wonderful, actually.
Oh, it's so funny. Jamie Jacquez. So
Ooh.
good. Okay. Let's move on. I mean, East or West for All-Star game?
Oh,
West, man.
Let's go West. Okay. Let's move on. I thought it would be kind of interesting to look at the team this year compared to last year at the All-Star break. And so I threw some numbers in our rundown here and thought we'd just talk through them a little bit. So at the All-Star break this year, the Thunder are second in net rating at a plus 7.3. Last season, 2023, just 1 year before, they were rated 10th with a plus 1.5 net rating. I mean, it's just like through the roof. Last year, they were 13th in offense at a 114. This year, they are 4th in offense at a 119. And then in defense, they were 11th at 112. And this season, they're 4th at a 111.9. So just crazy impressive what they've done in years' time.
And also, they were a lot better at this time last year than I remembered them being.
Mm-hmm. They were good. I mean, that's a good
Yeah,
team.
like those are pretty good numbers, honestly.
Yeah,
for
they were
last
still
year.
28 and 29 at the All-Star break,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's wild.
and 10th seed in the Western Conference.
Yeah.
And you'll have to correct me on this, Andrew, because I can't remember. But didn't they start out slow and then kind of had like a above 500 record after the first 10 games or something like that?
Yeah, they started out and we kind of thought that, oh man, they're going to be like in like in the running for Victor Wembanyama. Yeah, I was like, okay, yeah.
Boy, were we wrong.
Through like 11 games, they were 4-7. Through, let's see, they were 8-13 at one point, and let's see, yeah, 11-18.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there were some rough patches there. You know, December 31st, they lost to Philadelphia. I don't know if you guys remember. They got killed by Philly on New Year's Eve last year. And they were 15 and 21 after that loss on New Year's Eve.
And then they had an amazing
And then
January.
they just ripped off a ton of games.
Yeah, they ended up having that. They scored, I think, 153 against the Rockets.
Yeah,
there in January and February.
Well, remember there was a period of time during that February where it was like, man, they can get to 500, but they could not get above 500.
Right, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And
I mean, it continued all the way to the end of the season.
Yeah.
I think they got over it for like one game.
Yeah.
They came out of the All-Star break and lost like 5 in a row.
That's exactly right. After the All-Star break, they lost 5 in a row. They lost to Utah. They lost to the Suns. They lost to Sacramento. They lost to Sacramento twice, and then lost to the Lakers and were 28-34.
So this is interesting because I went back and looked at the last 3 podcasts right before All-Star break last year.
Uh-huh.
These were the titles of them. Baisley Moose traded at deadline.
Yeah.
Play-in push. Saric fit.
Yeah.
And then J-Dub, OKC's second star. So it was like right here that J-Dub started actually picking it up.
Yeah, he was
being like, oh, okay, this guy is like really figured it out. Something's clicked here. But the play-in push, we were thinking, yeah, I think they could go for play-in. They're looking better this month and into February.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come out of All-Star and lose 5 in a row. And we were like, oh,
we start looking at lottery picks.
Yeah, it's like, man, we're gonna get like
so weird because there was so much talk of. Remember how mad people would get at you for talking about the lottery last year?
Yeah, people still get mad at me for things, just new things.
Well, yeah, just new things. But and I was looking at comments.
You're not mad enough that they didn't get Andre Drummond.
Yeah. We have Andre Drummond.
Why did they sign Lindy Waters?
All the time. Yeah, the Lindy Waters of vitriol that I experienced was very interesting to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was truly like they went through, and you look at the pattern here on Basketball Reference, and it's like it really is like up and down and up and down and up and down. I mean, that is like a young team, you know, and they ended the season pretty well, but it was dicey there because remember like the Mavericks like bowing out.
Yeah,
of
if
the
they would have done
play-in.
that, the Thunder would have had.
They
I
may
mean,
have-
they still had a chance. They controlled their own destiny, but there were a few games that they needed to win. But
Yeah.
the Mavericks kind of.
You had like down the stretch, you had that J-Dub tip in for the win against Detroit at home. You know, where Detroit's like terrible, and Corey Joseph hits the shot. It's like Corey Joseph is going to beat the Thunder. You know,
Yeah, they lost to Charlotte that same week.
they lost to Charlotte. Yes, yeah, that was bad. There were some rough games at the end where it was just like they were limping toward the finish line. Yeah, Shea didn't play in that Detroit game, and they still managed to win. J-Dub was 27.
Gosh, that's right.
8 and
Because
6.
that week we were like, dude, they could almost cement their
Yeah.
playing status or position, and they just kind of
Mm-hmm.
struggled all week. Part of that was
Yeah.
because Shea's injury, and of course, I was just like, it's fake. They're faking it. They're pulling him out so we can go to the lottery. Get a top 10
They don't
pick.
want to make
So
it.
weird.
They don't want to make it. It's so funny.
And also about that podcast, that J-Dub OKC second star, that sounds pretty obvious now. Last year, that was kind of a take.
Yeah,
That was like a hot take.
Yeah.
Because people were very mad about, they thought it was disrespecting Giddey.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. I think
no, I went back and looked at
really.
comments. Yes,
I think
that
it was
is
more.
what the
I thought it
takeaway
was more like people just assuming that Chet would be that guy.
there wasn't a lot. I mean, Chet wasn't playing,
It
and
is
so
so-
people were saying that. But like Giddey
So
was
funny in
considered the
hindsight to
second
think about the
guy.
fact that people were like, you were underselling Giddey for what comparatively to J-Dub, and you watch them this year and you're like, oh, J-Dub will be elite in like a year.
The most interesting stat that I found, and I put it in the doc too, is drives per game. Last year, Josh Giddey had 12 drives per game.
Mhm.
J-Dub had 7. This year, J-Dub has 12 per game and Giddey has 7. They have completely flip-flopped their roles from last year.
Which is why Giddey has felt so. I wanted to at least so in that as well. Like you can see statistically, almost across the board, Giddey is worse this year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, he's scoring less points, less rebounds, less assists. I mean, his percentages are like 1% better from the 3-point line and 5% better from the free throw line, but everything else is down.
Mhm.
I think there's two pieces of this.
Minutes are also down
Mhm.
to 24.9
Yeah.
from 30.
I think there are two things I want to address about Giddey is I think the fit is more problematic today than it was, or we even could have assumed it would have been, because we were always concerned about how he was going to share like the ball handling or the kind of lead guard minutes with Shea, but
Mhm.
now he's the third option
Yeah.
behind Dub as well. Like to see Dub's kind of ascent is directly connected to Giddey's kind of, I don't know, floundering,
Yeah.
trying to figure out his way forward.
Yeah.
I think the other thing that's important to not ever neglect, especially for a 20-year-old young man, is like all of the personal stuff over the course of this year. There's no way it hasn't directly and problematically affected his on-court game as well.
Right. Yeah, of course.
And
Yeah.
so I'm like, that's why I'm a little bit slower on the, you got to trade Giddey. I do wish they would maybe move him to the bench potentially.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, they acquired a 6'8" forward that can shoot at the deadline. You know,
Mhm.
and it's not that he's going to directly take all of Giddey's minutes right away, but would it surprise you if they got to like round 2 of the playoffs? And it,
So just to
and-
be
and
clear,
it
we're
wa-
talking about Bismack.
talking about Bismack Biyombo. He's 3 for 3 this season.
See?
from
100%.
100%. He's 6'8", 250 pounds, long arms. He's going to take no. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Like we'll see what happens. I don't think they're going to take him out of the starting lineup, but you just wonder if, and we saw it a little bit against Orlando, and it happened almost by default because J-Dub got hit in the throat by, I think, Jonathan Isaac, and he had to go out of the game, and in comes Josh Giddey. And they went on a run as Josh kind of led the team. He pushed the pace. He found guys in transition. He scored in transition himself. It just makes you wonder, like, you put Josh out there with Chet and the shooters off the bench. Like, that's just a much more tenable situation for him.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The problem is you want to give
Dub
you want your future superstar to have the ball in his hands.
Josh
is
the odd man out, and we were wondering if it would eventually be that.
Yeah,
I think the Thunder will have some decisions to make this summer. But I mean, we're watching Trey Mann, and I know there's a Twitter question about this later, but you're watching Trey Mann for the Hornets, and you're 3 games in. So you cannot. We've seen Trey Mann do exactly what he just did.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know what it's going to long-term look like for him. But the early returns are a lot of positivity because he's having opportunity on a team with low expectations. And I just wonder, I think, not just for the Thunder's future, but for Josh's future.
Oh, yeah.
Get him into an opportunity where he can be more him.
Yeah, for sure.
I just think is going to be necessary.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is not just, it's going to be both sides that are going to have to figure this out. And I think there is like a genuine desire on both sides for it to get figured out here.
For sure.
But, we'll see if they can actually do it. But,
And you should want to figure it out. Josh is clearly so talented,
very talented,
and
has shown it in legitimate NBA games.
Yeah, and he's not. Yeah. He has not reached his full potential at all. He's what, 21?
Yeah, he's 21.
21 years old.
Second youngest guy on the team.
Yeah, he's younger than J-Dub.
Yeah, by like a lot.
Yeah,
J-Dub's 30.
So even
nobody's talking about that.
Even
I think
with
it's kind of
Gordon
needs to be dealt with.
Even with Hayward now, the best possible situation is you can use Giddey in the games that it makes the most sense. And if it's not working in those fourth quarters where you have to pull Giddey, look, you have Gordon Hayward. Maybe that makes more sense to have a spot up shooter in that position than someone like Giddey.
Which games, the hard part though is I'm like, what games does it make sense? All you have to do is like the more teams that just stop playing around and just put their big on Giddey.
It made sense to get
like that Dallas Mavericks game. I'm just like, what?
It's those
are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, get him off the floor. He's just sitting in the corner.
And he didn't play that much in that game.
But he played just enough to be problematic.
Yeah. There was a lot more problems with the team that day.
Yeah, the Mavericks scored 47 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe a couple of those corner threes would have helped.
If he would have just made 2 corner threes, it would have
been 40,
they could have beat the Thunder by 29. That game in itself was really frustrating.
Afternoon games.
And people really wanted to throw the book at Giddey after it. And the thing was the problem was the defense. The defense was the problem.
We needed somebody to blame.
Well, and also am I misremembering
Found somebody.
Wasn't there a Dallas game before where they sold off of Giddey and Giddey really came through in the fourth quarter? Wasn't there a game in December? Was that against Dallas?
Boston was one of the games.
Oh, Boston. I'm thinking of Boston
vividly,
Boston
where Giddey killed him because they put Porzingis on him and they kept
and they
sinking.
just double.
He was really good in that
and
game.
Giddey made him pay for it.
That's the thing. And you don't want, whether it's make or miss. You don't want it to be make or miss for Josh in those games. Because it's not fair to him. It's not fair to even the team to be like, hey, if you're making them, great. If you're not, get out of here. You need to figure out something that's more sustainable than that, for it to work for him. And maybe they can, maybe they can't.
And by the way, if they can find Gordon Hayward and Giddey, we're talking about them like they can kind of, rotate them out. But if Giddey can run a unit with Chet and shooters, Gordon Hayward can be out there, and now you're huge.
Yeah, totally.
Now you are massive.
Yeah, he could. That could be a part of what helps Josh is to have an additional, shooter playmaker out there with him. So
I love the way that they've and I'm probably just only remembering the last week, but I'm like, isn't it different this year with the trade deadline being before the All-Star break?
It's been that way for a few years.
Or is it I'm thinking about buyouts, maybe. I can't remember, but I love the fact, the point I'm trying to make, sorry, is that I love that Gordon has this like 2-week training camp.
Yeah.
Where he's just working to understand the way this team plays and who they are. And so probably it's more injury related, is like, hey, we don't have to rush him back. We only have 3 games after the trade deadline. The fact that they've got him, hopefully training and, recovering well. And I can't remember what the name of the guy was that you had on for the Hornets.
Richie Randall.
Yeah. But talking about, could it be that it was the training,
staff
that
they're going to fire their whole training staff in Charlotte.
I'm like,
I mean, they've had problems with not just Gordon.
Yeah, LaMelo's been off and on out
guys.
His entire career.
Yeah.
And so just like, and this is the glass half full kind of perspective of him. But I just do wonder in this new role with the Thunder, if you could see a far more kind of revitalized version of Gordon Hayward. But of course, that's
also
optimistic.
Also, he might just be like that solid veteran guy who can give you 15 to 20 solid minutes when you need it.
Could be our Caron Butler.
Just whip the ball off the side of the backboard when it needs it.
Arrgh.
Yarg.
Pirate.
He's a pirate. So Shea last year, Shea has improved. So last year,
which is crazy. I was looking at that. He's better than he was last year.
He's better than he was last year. He was 30.8 points per game. He's 31 this season. He was 4.7 boards. He's 5.5 this season. He was 5.7 assists. He's 6.5 this season. He's 1.6 steals last season. He's 2.2 this season. He was over a block per game last season. It's pretty impressive. He was like one of the first guards since Dwayne Wade to like have this kind of stat line. He's below that now. He's 0.9. But last year he was 50, 34, 91 on 10 free throw attempts. He's shooting like over 1 less than he did last year from the free throw line, but he's 54, 37, 88 shooting splits. 54 is crazy. Really crazy. He also doesn't have as many driving responsibilities because like J-Dub and Chet are like taking some of those from him. He was 35 drives per game at the All-Star break.
That's crazy.
Like the usage there is insane. He's down to 23.9, which still leads the league, by the way. J-Dub at the break last year, 12 points, 12, 3, and 3. Essentially, he's 19, 4, and 4 with a steal and a block. This season, 54, 45, 81 shooting splits.
A steal and a J-Dub's at a block per game.
Unless I just typed it wrong.
Yeah, I was shocked by that.
That may be wrong. Now that you're saying it, it feels wrong. Hopefully it's not wrong.
Let's see. I'm gonna say it's wrong.
It feels wrong. Yeah, he's half a block. Why did I put 1 block? He's at half a block.
You meant 1/2.
Yeah, I meant 1/2. Yeah, half a block per game. He's been ridiculous. And
his efficiency is just,
well, you look at his estimated plus minus, which is like this like new all-encompassing stat. And you can I had a friend send me this on Twitter, but you can look at his EPM compared to other players, and he put in J-Dub, Jimmy Butler, James Harden, Anthony Edwards, and he and Ant Edwards have the same EPM this at age 22 this year, the same one. So
estimated plus minus,
and his is like higher than Jimmy Butler's, higher than James Harden's was. So it's a.
What does it mean though?
It's an all-encompassing stat that's like showing impact on the court.
Okay.
And so you can put in like by age and like you can put in like different people's names and it'll just like spit out this chart. He also put in,
isn't EDM a type of music?
It is, yeah.
What does that stand for?
Electronic dance music.
Oh, could have just taken a minute.
Isn't that kind of like an electronic music that you like gets you to dance?
Gets you to dance?
Is that what we're talking about? Is that how we're evaluating players today?
How much are they dancing? Let's see. He also put in Kevin Durant, Shea, Westbrook, and Harden all in. And at age 22, J-Dub has the highest estimated plus minus of all of those guys.
Rock on.
It's crazy.
Yeah, he's a star. He's a star. He's the
Star.
Also, Shea at age 25 has like an EPM higher than Kevin, Westbrook, and Harden by like
Combined.
a mile.
Yeah.
By
Really?
by a lot. I mean, that's Westbrook, Harden, and Durant. This is Shea.
Oh,
On
jeez, I
here.
didn't even see that line.
Yeah.
For those of you who are just listening, he's pointing to his computer
I'm
screen.
pointing to my computer screen, and there's a dot much higher than the other dot.
Let me tell you,
Okay.
this chart,
Whoa.
this
Yeah.
chart backs up what Andrew said.
It's it's kind of crazy.
You know what's I wonder, kind of looking at trends as we come back out of the All-Star break. Number one, I'm so grateful the Thunder have like 9 days off, which is great. Although they're going to Indianapolis, but I mean, come on, they're at least not playing like legitimate games. But the last 2 games heading into the All-Star break, both Dub and Shea scored 30 points back to back, right?
Yeah.
Which is the first time apparently in their entire tenure together that they've done that consecutively.
Mhm.
Like, I do wonder if this is the step, because Dub was better post All-Star break last year than he was beforehand, which is not abnormal for players who are young,
Mhm.
you know, within reason. A lot of rookies hit that wall, but I just am like, if these two start playing like that 1-2 punch and continue that direction
Yeah.
over the All-Star break, like they could make a crazy run for mid 50s, if not 60 wins.
I mean, I think if they were like slightly below 500 the rest of the season, they would win 50 games.
Yeah, they're at 50 for sure. But I'm like, could you get to 60?
I mean, it's not impossible.
First seed in the West? And that
Not
guy wasn't
impossible.
even invited to be part of the freaking USA team.
I'm with Andrew though. I kind of like that.
Tell
he
him every
wasn't.
day.
Yeah.
Tell him every single day.
Yeah.
Give him a bigger chip on his shoulder. Tell him have it be his alarm clock every morning.
But like
Hey,
also like just remember Shea's still better. You know, you got to remind him Shea's still better.
oh yeah. Well, I don't think you have to remind him.
I think you might have to remind J-Dub. He's kind of got that confidence that makes me
Dude, it
nervous.
doesn't matter. So the biggest difference,
It
like
doesn't matter.
he's not
We've only seen that matters.
he's not Harden.
Mhm.
Like Harden was on the bench. Like there's a lot of
Right.
things that make this different. Like Dub is getting his.
Yeah,
He's getting it.
He's getting his recognition. He's getting, I mean,
it's true.
Oh, he
I
can
can't remember who it was that posted it, but there's a whole video of Tim Legler and SVP just raving about Dub. And
Yeah.
Legler's like, I don't know if he can sustain this,
Yeah.
but he's legit. And
Yeah. He's very, very good.
if this is who they get out of their guy, why wouldn't they be able to win against anybody?
Mhm.
To have 2 wings that can do all of the things they do, because they're not. It's not just the fact that we got 1 scorer and 1 playmaker. It's like, no, dude, they're literally can almost do the exact same thing at an
Mhm.
incredibly high level
Mhm.
with tremendous efficiency.
Yeah,
Because that's
true.
one of the largest differences from some of those earlier teams. Their efficiency for both of them.
Yeah, it's just
Like Dub
through the
has
roof.
statistics that are like comparable to Biggs in the NBA as far as his field goal percentage.
Mhm.
He and Shea at the rim are both above 70%.
I'm like,
Well, and they make so much sense playing together too, because yes, they can both drive, but Shea is so much more the point guard, the lead man in this situation.
Mhm.
And the fact that J-Dub is an amazing 3-point shooter,
yeah,
like,
you-
makes it
yeah,
fit
45%. Well,
45%.
even Shea, though, Shea has been shooting. We see it right now. Like you're seeing what it is. But if you take just the last 10 to 15 games, he's shooting in the 40s.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's really good.
So I'm like, you look at this, and then to add on top of that, both of them are not just willing defenders, but are highly effective on ball and help defenders. Like
Mhm.
there is all of the hype for this team is totally justifiable
Yeah.
Mhm.
because of those 2 guys. And we're not even scratching the surface on the fact that they maybe have, we talked about this earlier in the season, they may have a depth in 4 through 15 that
Yeah.
this team has never had.
Yeah.
And we haven't talked about Chet.
Yeah, I know.
and
That's what I'm saying.
and
Like
what he is.
Chet, or you go back to, I mean, Jay Will, we're bearing the lead. Like, I don't think Biombo's playing much.
I don't think so either. That's a Twitter question.
Yeah, I know. That's why I stole that. I was
Let's-
hoping you wouldn't mention that.
Let's get to it.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we realize that we ask Twitter questions and then read like one or two each week. And so here's what we're going to try to do today. So we're going to try to answer all of the Twitter
25
questions.
Twitter questions.
Let's do it.
All
Let's
right.
take a quick break before.
Yeah,
we
let's
do
take
that.
a quick break.
My roster, and I'm gonna go with Jamie Jackets or Jacquez.
Jamie Jackass.
Unbelievable. All right, and we're back after that quick break. Now it's time for some Twitter questions.
Twitter questions. You got questions and you have them on Twitter. Now we answer them for you. This is Twitter questions. Let's get down to it.
Jimmy,
All right, our first Twitter question comes from Dr. Matt Young, PhD 1. Can we rank the top 5 Jalen's? Brunson, Williams, Brown, Johnson, Duran, Green? Who's left out? So who are all the Jalen's in the league, and how would we rank them? So Brunson, Jalen Green, Jalen Williams, McDaniels, Suggs, Smith, Duran, Jalen Johnson. I would go Dub number 1, right?
Over Brunson?
Over Brunson?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a pretty homer take.
You know what? It is.
I'll take it though. I'm with you.
Okay.
But those are 1 and 2.
If
Yeah,
the Knicks
that's definitely
called,
one
if
and
the
two.
Knicks called and said,
No.
"Hey,
I'm
well-
there's another question later on. Is like, who would you
Okay.
reasonably trade Dub for? I'm like, I don't know what that list is.
we'll get to it. We'll get to it."
Do you have some ideas
Yeah,
of people?
Yeah,
Gosh.
for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, if we're talking like
Goodness.
trade value rankings, Jalen Dub Williams is the number 1.
That's
Yes,
true.
I mean, based on EDM.
based on dancing,
Boo. Is
then I would go
that
Brunson,
dubstep?
That's dubstep.
That's pretty good.
Oh, J dubstep.
J
J Dubstep. So I go Dub, Brunson.
also maybe corn.
McDaniels or Duran next?
I don't care.
Yeah, McDaniels probably.
McDaniels
McDaniels, Duran,
and then Will.
Jalen Johnson. I guess I guess there's other spellings of Jalen.
No,
It's
don't,
okay.
Jay
don't-
Will.
Don't do this.
Jalen Brown.
Oh yeah,
Jalen Brown number
3.
2.
2.
Jalen Brown's really good. People just love to just hate
Over
him.
It's not even
Brunson,
that. You
though?
got Brunson, Dub, and
No,
Brown.
I'm putting Brunson over Brown.
I feel bad for Jalen Brown. I don't know why
Why?
people hate him so much.
I don't hate him.
I don't hate him, but why? Dude, Jalen Brunson's having
Jalen
one of the
Brown's-
best.
He's really good. He's really good. Yeah, we'll give it to him. Fine. Jalen Brown
Okay,
3.
Thank you.
Well, the
Sure.
definitive list of Jalen's. Thank you. He's
Jeez.
finally earned it.
Come
Goodness.
on.
At Ben Kiesling, thoughts on Trey Man's performance against the Hawks? Seems like he's fitting in nicely with the Hornets.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, he's able to do everything we knew he could do. Like we said before, I think something that was really interesting in that interview you had with Richie.
Yeah.
Was he was saying, yeah, his assists have been up, but he hasn't really been passing players open. I'm like, okay, good. You see it. That's exactly what it is. He's good at passing, and he has had some really good passes here. He can pass. He can be a lead ball handler, but he's a lead ball handler scorer.
Yeah.
And he's able to do that on the Hornets, obviously, because look, they just traded for him, and he's like, what, their number 1 usage player right now?
But I mean, for now, we'll see.
Right.
We'll see what it looks like when LaMelo comes back, and then eventually gets injured again, and then comes back again after that. We'll see
Gets
what it looks
injured again.
like. We'll see what it looks like. Yeah, I mean, Trey's been really good. It's not a surprise. We've seen Trey be really good on a team that is middling to bad before, and can take the ball and can create space whenever he wants, and he can do a little bit of everything. But like the problem is, like, the guys that occupy that space on this team are superstars, and there's just not room for Trey to like be Trey here, and they recognize that. And I think like everybody with the Thunder organization, I assume, is like rooting for Trey and like wants him to be successful there, and he's doing great. That's all I have to say about that. I don't know why I said the Forrest Gump line. Okay, at Gunnison _
What was the Forrest Gump line?
That's all I got to say about that.
That's all I have to say
That's what he
about
says
that.
whenever he's talking about Vietnam.
Yeah.
Love his death.
Yeah,
It's sad, man.
it's really sad. You guys want to talk about it?
That movie made me sad.
Isn't it weird they made a whole restaurant like chain?
Isn't it crazy that Tillman Fertitta's entire existence is off of the Bubba Gump Shrimping Company restaurant?
Yeah, I love that. That's as American as it gets.
Now he owns the Rockets.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Grant
I mean, I don't
Gunnison,
think it's exactly that, but
And he
it's-
might be involved with the mafia.
that makes more sense.
Grant Gunnison, Sam's Club, Costco, or On Q hot dog.
Dude, I thought about this extensively.
Yeah,
I'm going Costco.
It's Costco.
I don't know.
Actually, no, I'm not. Sorry. That's not what I said. Can I-
It is what you said.
Can I just tell you the downfall of, so it should be on cue
Why?
Oh, really?
because of the way they're cooked. I will take a rolled dog over a
Boiled?
steamed or boiled dog all day, every day.
Wow.
The failure is the buns at On Q are always borderline stale. They're hard. And then you get the ones from Costco or Sam's, and it's like, it's just perfect
Fresh.
combo.
Yeah.
The Sam's dog is so good.
That's 6 one way, half a dozen. They're both the same. Costco,
I was
Sam's,
gonna say, isn't it like about the
it's
same?
so much the same. It's the same person.
But
Yeah.
who started it though? Costco should get the
They have-
Costco gets the win. They started it. Sam's Club copied it.
Is that true?
Absolutely.
I think so.
I mean, I have no.
I'm pretty
I don't-
sure that Sam's entire existence is a knockoff of Costco.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't
Oh,
know.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, I knew Sam's first.
But that's because they were
I
here
saw
first.
her first. I love her first. Yeah, I did too, but I like them both, you know.
Nah, Costco gets the credit in my book. Come on.
Dude, who
Also,
cares,
the
man?
bread matters, Jay. I know you want to say it's on Q's dog. It doesn't. You're not.
It's on
The
Q's
bread
dog,
is a
but
big part of the.
it's dude,
the
it's
hot
huge. That's
dog.
what I'm saying. That's why I was like elevating them at first, and I'm like, but I can't put them up there. Now I don't know about Quick Trip. Oklahoma City's getting its first Quick Trip in the Moore area
Mhm.
here very shortly. There's going to be one right by my house, so I'll give that a shot. I'll come back with my update.
Okay.
I have a friend who is in charge of like product stuff at OnQ. I will let him know.
Tell them that their
about
buns
the-
suck.
I'll tell him.
Because they changed the game. They used to have them where they were down underneath and they were in their little plastic things.
Yeah.
And there was a reason they stopped. Okay.
Yeah.
Because first off, I'm realizing as I say this, I know too much about gas station food. But number two is
I'm right there with you, man. No shame,
They
dude.
stopped doing it for a while, and then they put them in these bags, so they like come pre-bagged, and it's like they're not. You need them to have some like mush to them a
Right.
little
Yeah,
bit, and you
gotta
need them
have
to
a
at least
mush.
be warmed.
Yeah.
They're not even warmed.
No,
You
they're
gotta
not.
wrap.
You're right.
I mean, Sam's. They're just pulling them out of the bag and making them for you, wrapping it up.
Yeah, fresh.
It's hot
It's
dog.
And then
good.
once it's in that foil, it takes the bun down to the perfect consistency and warmth.
Yeah, it's great. It's really good. It's a good dog.
It is a good dog. All they need for me, if you
Mhm.
want to take it to another level,
Mm-hmm.
is just a couple runs of Whataburger spicy ketchup. If they
Mm,
had that
yeah.
on their little rack, that's the winner.
Can we not move
So
on
bring it
from
with
gas
me.
station food? I
That
know we
would
need to
rock.
get to different Twitter questions. The on cues that cook
We're
that
gonna
have
do
the
two
kitchen,
again. We're gonna do three again.
the on cues that have the kitchen with the pizza is good. Dude, the pizza is good.
At OnQ.
Yes, and you know what you do? You take it to
No.
the toppings bar and you put pickled jalapeno, pickled banana peppers on there.
No, I didn't
Get
do that.
ranch, drizzle ranch on it. All that's free. You can really load up the pizza, and it's
Here-
good.
Dude, I am
They put
Taylor-
butter on the crust.
Taylor is speaking all my language here because
I didn't
their
know.
pizza's good. Their breakfast burritos really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's good. It's a little pricey, like
Yeah,
the burgers
dude,
and
come
stuff.
on. We don't
It's
need
a little pricey.
But even their pizza, you get out of there for $4.33 for a slice of pizza.
Yeah, but it's a thick slice too. I mean, you
It's
can
good.
you can-
$4.33.
$4.33 for a slice of pizza. You can go almost get a whole
it's-
hot.
I was gonna
ready
say I
It's a
can
big
go
wedge.
go over here to All American and get a whole pizza for $6.
Yeah, but that's
the
not a
quality's
gas
the
station.
same. Yeah, it's also not a gas station. They're working for convenience.
Yeah.
I don't have to call and order it.
All American's
You
good.
walk right in, get it, go.
What?
The Anka pizza is far superior to an all-American pizza, but
Really?
I understand. Yeah.
It is. It's good. Check it out.
Wow. Hard to believe.
Is it?
At
All American?
Hard to believe.
at,
Wow.
at Cast Rabbit. I like it. Hi, I'm a
I do
Los
too.
Angelino who, because I'm a contrarian, became a Sonics fan. I followed the team to OKC and have been a Rabbit fan ever since. Never miss a game on League Pass. I'm coming to OKC for the first time to see the Clip and Whiz games.
Ooh.
Right here after the All-Star break. Very cool. Suggestions for vegetarian food.
Tell him, Taylor.
Loaded Bowl.
That's
is
it.
really good.
It's the best. Their
Most,
mac and cheese, their buffalo mac and cheese, the loaded bowl
yeah,
is so good.
it's really good. They
Yeah.
have really good fake proteins. You get my favorite's a buffalo chicken.
Yep.
But spelled CHIK apostrophe N.
Mm,
Chicken.
chicken.
Mac and cheese.
Flower
Chicken.
Child.
Flower Child is really good. But I think they have Flower Child out there.
What about a plant?
Plant is great too. Plant is good. That's more like vegan, fresh. If you want like salads, smoothies, stuff like that.
If you're
Plant.
in, so here's what's cool about Oklahoma is if you're 15, 20 years ago, probably not a lot of options.
Yeah.
Tons of vegetarian options, or at least vegetarian friendly.
Yeah, for sure.
The Mule has good options. Penny in
Yeah.
the chat said.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
the
true.
Mule. Yeah.
That's true. True.
Also, I'm glad you said vegetarian. You can easily eat a lot of places here. Vegan, it's a
Vegan's
little
more
harder.
challenging
Yeah.
for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay. At Fluky, a report came out that New Orleans is splitting up Zion and Ingram. This was a Eastern Conference executive that not off the record, on background said they think that they're going to split Zion and Brandon Ingram. Should Presti look into getting Ingram as the small forward, power forward in the starting five, and what would he cost?
Mhm.
I don't think Brandon Ingram is the best fit. Would it be like a really nice talent upgrade? Absolutely. But again, do we want to take the ball out of Jalen's hands or out
No.
of Shea's hands? Because that's what you'd have to do for Ingram to work here. I mean, he takes 16 shots a game.
Mhm.
You know, he's 36. He's a career 36% from three. It's not like he's some like lights out shooter either. I mean, he's a good shooter, but he's mostly like off the dribble.
Yeah, Brandon Ingram's like a tall NBA scorer, which is what Shea and J-Dub are. I don't think he's like going to be a star role player or anything like that.
Yeah, I think for Thunder fans, you have to be thinking role player.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
and you're not going to get Ingram to like come in and fit that role.
You know, we need a Shane Battier.
Yeah.
Think
Yeah.
he'll come back.
What was James Posey?
James Posey.
Isn't that a guy?
It was a guy.
Yeah, I'd aim a little higher than James Posey.
James Posey won a championship, with the Celtics and then
The Heat.
the Heat. He was that guy that I'm pretty sure built like his entire rest of his career off of playing really well in a couple playoff series.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, there's a geese party out in your front yard, man.
EDM. Geese DM.
Yeah.
Drives me crazy.
You want me to go hit one with my car?
Please, no, well, don't, because you could get in big trouble.
I've always heard that. Is that real?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it anyway. I pretty
Dude,
much
they're the
try to not
state
kill
bird.
anything. That's a scissor-tail
Yeah,
flycatcher.
that's a lie.
That's what those are.
What?
Yeah, geese and scissortail.
Ingram.
It's the same
Ingram
thing.
is 2.5 attempts. He's 38% on catch and shoots. So he's better catch and shoot than he is off the dribble, but still. At Boatman Clayton, J. Will looked good against the Magic. Is there a reality where J. Will continues this and Bismack gets 0 minutes? Would this be the best case scenario?
Did this guy copy your take?
No,
Jay?
I stole it from. Oh, okay. I thought
Hmm.
you were being serious, but you knew I
Oh.
stole it. Yes, I think that is what's going to happen. I think Bismack is there for spot minutes if a big is giving us more problems than usual.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think J. Will
you hear him?
would be ideal.
Oh yeah, and I see him.
They're
Just
trying to,
invading
they've
your
been trying
place.
to, they're getting ready to try to lay eggs and trying to do it in my backyard. And if you want to see me look like an insane person, just me see a male and female geese in my backyard and I'll run wherever
Wait,
I'm at.
you
I see
in the
them.
middle of their?
They're not doing anything, but they're like scout. You can tell that they're scouting out safe places to lay eggs,
Oh,
and I'm hell bent on them not doing it in my backyard.
mm-hmm.
So, which means it's going to happen. At Matt Sanderson NBA.
Gosh, do you have cameras in your backyard?
No,
Oh, I need that footage.
it would be.
And they like stand up to you.
No, they run away. But when they lay eggs, they will stand up to you,
Yeah.
and they go crazy. They go crazy.
Yeah, put your kids at danger.
Yeah. It's a bad deal.
Well, I get in trouble. Is there self-defense? Is there like a make my day law for geese? Like if one of them comes after me, I just wring his neck. Like
I don't know. I don't know.
God, what a messed up like nickname for that law.
my day.
Ugh.
Yeah. Okay. Matt Anderson, thoughts on Hayward's fit in the starting lineup and moving Giddey to replace the minutes off the bench? I mean, that's like a very natural thought to have, is what I would say. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think it's like a very natural, like basketball thought to have about this team. And I don't think it's going to happen.
I think it's going to happen.
It'd be cool if it did. At Connor_Donovan. If you could bring back one OKC jersey, what would it be? I'm torn between the turquoise Native American ones and the throwback to the red OKC Hornets ones from when they played here. I mean, to me, it's the native ones.
Yeah.
Those were cool.
Can you imagine like how cool like some of the guys on this team would look in that jersey?
Yes.
Like they would be really, really cool.
I liked the memorial ones with the gold bush.
Yeah.
Yeah, the black. They're kind of blackish, right?
They're
they're
black.
yeah. and gold. Yeah, those
I
are
got
cool. Those are cool. What about the NASCAR ones?
I got one of those too
I'm kind of into that one.
because they were
Yeah.
super on sale, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll take a Shea jersey in that color."
Well,
and
that was during the pandemic season where there were no fans.
Mhm.
Was that jersey? They were going to have a court like that,
Ooh.
but they ended up not doing it because no one was going to be there.
Yeah.
Anyways, but I would probably go the native ones. Those are actually really cool. At Rob Spencer 02, who's your favorite Gordon of all time? Gordon Bombay, Jim Gordon, Jeff Gordon. Who you got?
Ramsey.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Gordon Ramsay.
Let's just type Gordon.
I went to
into
his
Google.
restaurant here in Oklahoma City on Friday for Valentine's Day
Was it good?
with my wife.
With my wife.
He said, what?
Was it good?
Do you mean does he have a restaurant? Yeah, it's literally what he does.
Here?
Yeah, down
Where?
in Chisholm Creek.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ramsey's Kitchen.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It was good. It was good.
Is it expensive?
I mean, what isn't expensive these days?
True.
Costco.
Shoot, gas station pizza's $4.34.
Yeah, for real.
Depends on where
That's
the tax
kinda
is.
That's why you got to really take them out on the jalapenos.
I'm
and
gonna get my
banana
money back
peppers.
on these fixins.
Get my money back on these fixins.
Take some ranch packets, put them in your pocket.
I don't even buy ketchup anymore. I just take one of their
No,
little
heck
jars.
yeah.
Although
Oh
they
my
sit out
gosh.
all day. Aren't you supposed to refrigerate ketchup? Do y'all refrigerate ketchup?
Not packets of ketchup.
No, but they
No.
have like containers.
Yeah, we refrigerate it.
What about
Um,
butter? Do y'all leave butter on the counter?
I do.
I don't do that either.
No.
You can. You definitely can.
You definitely can.
What about
Uh,
raw meat? Do you just leave it out on the counter?
for 30 minutes before you cook it. Yeah.
Dude, that's beef.
Beef,
I don't want to do that with many other things.
salmon too.
You want to do a steak. You don't want to do it without like hamburger meat.
Sting, the musician's name is Gordon.
Really?
Yep.
Is it
No,
Gordon
he's
Sting?
I'm looking up famous Gordons. There's a lot of people I don't know.
That's a shocker.
Gordon Moore,
Nope.
Gordon H. Smith,
Nope.
Gordon England,
Nope.
Gordon Bell.
I think we already finished this question.
Yeah, I think it's Gordon Ramsay.
Okay. At think of a card on a scale of your choosing. What's the likelihood that OKC has three top 20 players on this team before this window closes?
A scale of my choosing. Favorite members of the podcast. So on Andrew to Luke. I'm just kidding. I think it's pretty likely, actually.
I think it's very likely. I think it's like a Chick-fil-A likelihood that it's going to happen. I just think those three are so good. It's crazy. It's insane. At Thunder Hardwood, with 30 plus million OKC has in cap space this summer, what is the most realistic outcome for how the money gets used? Resign Hayward, trade for a contract, ride until next year's deadline, or do we continue to improve through the draft?
I think that they will re-sign Hayward if he wants to stay for a pretty reasonable deal. And then I think whoever else is up between Wiggins and like whatever you can do to keep the guys you have, or you just give Lindy $30 million.
Why not?
I think they could extend Isaiah Joe,
Yes.
which is, I think, something that will happen. They could extend Wiggins as well, which are two things that I think are on the table. They could re-sign Gordon. They could sign and trade Gordon and bring in somebody else, which is also possible.
I just don't know. Are they going to like? Are there any contracts out there that the Thunder could absorb for, better capital to maybe put together a larger trade? Like could you? I don't know. I don't have any idea who's out there that's.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't combed through everybody yet to see, but that's also on the table. I mean, they're going to be opportunistic with their cap space, whether that's like to retain their own players or to get more draft capital would be my guess, would be the most likely ways that it will be used. And it will probably be used to retain their own players would be my guess.
If they win the championship this year,
mm-hmm.
does that change how they look at the draft? Probably not. It probably doesn't change any of their plans.
I mean, we'll see if they win the championship. At Pepsi United, top 5 power rankings of teams that you want to face in the first round. Who do you want to face in the first round?
No one.
The Spurs.
I kind of want to buy.
Do they have to be realistic playoff teams?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I would say yeah.
The Pistons.
The crazy. I mean, everybody's good in the West from 1 to 10.
Oh, Trailblazers.
So it's like Hayward. Warriors. Why am I saying Hayward?
Hayward.
What's wrong with me?
Who's your favorite Gordon?
Let's go back to the Gordon question. I need to dig deeper. We need to talk more about Gordon Lightfoot.
What are the most famous historical Gordons?
Warriors, Lakers, Kings, Mavericks are all in the play-in right now, which could all be a first-round opponent.
They made me want to throw up. All 4 of them.
Yeah,
I agree.
Pelicans might be the one that I want to play the most.
Yeah.
That might be number 1, because then it's like Suns, Nuggets, Clippers, Wolves. It's like, oh my
God.
The West is a gauntlet, man.
The West is so tough. I mean,
and you've got to realize as a Thunder fan that most teams are looking at the Thunder with the least amount of intimidation of playing them because of their age.
Same thing with the Wolves. It's like both teams haven't really been through it yet. So yeah, let's play them, because like Clippers, Nuggets, Suns, Mavs, Lakers, Warriors have all been through it. The Kings have that's another one. It would probably be like Pelicans, Kings.
Dude, the Kings play us really well though.
Except for the last time where the Thunder just embarrassed them.
Yeah,
demolished them. What have you done for me lately?
Well, and it'll be a big deal. Like, I think that's why I can't remember if it was a Hoop Collective or Zach Lowe, but somebody's talking about how important it is for the Nuggets. Like, they really thrive with home court advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Although they only, I think, lost 1 game basically in the playoffs last year, but
didn't lose last year.
But I think that to be able to get teams to travel up to Denver for, a majority of games, I don't know. The West going through Denver was way harder for them this year. It could be Minnesota, which is not quite the same, or Oklahoma City, but Oklahoma City, I think, has won 75% of their home games. Like, you want home court advantage.
Yeah, for
Make
sure.
a run at it. Let's go.
At Rika Hadaway, I'm planning to come to Oklahoma City for the first time from New Zealand.
Woo!
I'm undecided whether I should come for at least the first round of the playoffs or the first few weeks of the season in October. When's the best time to come to Oklahoma City as a tourist?
Well, you picked the right 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I would encourage you to do October is because if you show up in the playoffs, also a potential for tornadoes. Which I know
that's
for
true.
people that aren't from here, kind of freaks them out.
It's true.
But April is a really fun season in Oklahoma. Like you have the Memorial Marathon, so a ton of people coming to town.
Mhm.
You've got obviously playoff basketball is going to be here, which brings a lot of energy to the space as well. And then spring is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you're not going to go wrong either one of those.
I would say come do it in the playoff, first round of the playoffs, because then there's like especially if you're a Thunder fan, that's
whole
when the
city's
city is the
decorated
most
out,
like
yeah.
thundered out.
Yeah.
So
I
I would say that.
I would say that too. Last question at Johnny Thunder 16 to Andrew. When you hosted Andrew Heaney, was it hard for you to refrain from saying my wife every time Andrew mentioned his wife? I applaud your journalistic discipline. No, it wasn't that hard.
It's hard for me to not do it in every capacity of my life.
Yeah.
I'll say
My life.
during a sermon,
I was gonna say.
wife, and I'm like,
My wife.
it's wild. It's changed my entire life.
Oh my gosh. Are you guys miffed and are you peeved?
Miffed and peeved.
You guys miffed or peeved?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Trying to be like Andrew. Got a garage door
Huh?
opener that's not working anymore. So I'm like, I thought it was. So we just pulled in, used the little home thing on our. You okay? Did you just do something to my garage door? No, the thing won't, like our little clickers and the things on the car and all of those, they're not working. And so I did like the whole thing where I'm trying to like rule out all these different options, like replace all the batteries and reset all of the codes and all those different things. Come to find out, I think it's the motherboard on the opener itself.
Oh,
I have to pull it off and replace it this weekend.
Oh, that's no fun.
So it's $150.
Look what happened to my garage door yesterday.
What did you do that for?
I didn't do it.
What happened?
It broke.
Oh no.
That's pretty
The
easy
metal
to fix,
piece
I
like
think.
Wow.
No, it like snapped.
Oh, it snapped. Yeah. That's terrible.
Metal broke. So hey man, we're both there with garage problems,
Wow. Not cool.
Anyway, I just was. I don't know what else to be mad about. I'm pretty
Yeah.
G'd and B'd.
I was mad that I missed Fry Pod last week. I think
Yeah.
I got sodium poisoning from eating too much Chinese food, and I'm serious. You know when you order Chinese food from a hole-in-the-wall place, and it's like they give you so much food.
Yeah.
I ate it all. I ate it all very quickly and went straight to bed.
Oh gosh.
And I could not wake up. Like literally, my body couldn't work. I couldn't like open my eyes.
Oh,
And they were so swollen in the morning, and I just could. I don't know what happened. It was weird. I think I've just reached that age where I can't just eat like that anymore.
It's a hard moment.
It's very strange because it's like, oh, this literally affects my entire body.
Oh
and
yeah,
how
it's
supposed
like
to.
I ate too much one day, and then the whole next day you feel awful. You're like, oh, huh.
Yeah, you're like your face looks different. It
Yeah.
changes your appearance.
Yeah. The only way to
It's
get
weird.
the only way to really not have to deal with that is just to keep pushing through it, and then your body gets used to
I
it.
think you're right.
That's
yeah.
true. You should
So,
start doing it
I
every
kinda
night.
expect for you to eat an entire
Just do it every night.
5 pounds of Chinese food.
It was so much. Chinese.
I bet it was
insane.
I bet it was so good though.
It was so good. Yeah. God.
All right. Enjoy All-Star Weekend. We will still have shows for you guys next week in some capacity.
It was so good that I was laying on the couch and I texted Michael and I was like, do you ever get so full that you're laying on a couch and it just feels like postcoital?
Thunder play the Clippers next Thursday in Oklahoma City. So we'll talk about that on Friday. Monday and Wednesday, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hope you guys have an awesome day. We'll talk to you guys
That is how I felt that night.
again on Monday.